Do you find yourself struggling to find time to work out as a busy new mom? You have a baby on you, you have a toddler on your back, you just don't have that time. In this video, I'm going to share with you 11 try and true tips coming from myself and a few hundreds of new moms just like yourself to help you to find time so that you can reach your goal and get back into what matters to you the most. Shall we dive right in? Dun, 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 dun. The fact is that everyone has the same 24 hours a day, but we often find ourselves saying,
I don't have time to work out, I don't have time to cook, I can't even sit down, my baby is super needy, I don't even have time to shower.
But this is not your fault. It's actually a natural defense mechanism. Our brain is so smart, it's trying to protect us. Have you ever got on a phone call with somebody who wants to sell you that cleaning service, you know, those annoying one that calling you at the wrong timing, and you said,
No, I don't have time.
And you hang up. Your brain celebrates like fireworks saying, hey, I just saved you 20 minutes, ha ha ha. And then so she repeats herself again next time. No, I don't have time. No, hang up. I don't have time, hang up. And so when you say and think this so often, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you're right about it. You really don't have the time if you're being reactive about it. You have to be proactive about it and actively seek and look for the time that you didn't have. Nobody will be like,
Oh, I have so much free time, let's go work out together. Oh, I have so much free time, let's fix my relationship with my husband.
if you're a new mom watching this video, juggling with so many things on your plates right now, you don't have time for it. Now, not unless this is your priority and something that you envision and something that you value yourself, that you wanted to make this a priority. It's not about the 24 hours that you have in your day. It's what you do with that 24 hours with the structure, with the intentions, and with a plan. Being said that, I wanted to share with you my 11 try and true tips and strategy to help you to find your time. And these are the strategy that I share with my clients in my one-on-one coaching program. Number 1, pair up with a mindful activities with a mindless activity. So what I mean by that, mindful is something that you have to use your brain, you have to think about it, you have to listen, you have to really use your brain to absorb the information, otherwise it doesn't work. But a mindless activity is like washing the dishes because you know how to do it so well, you don't need to think about the dishes. Driving, showering, or going for walks, those are mindless activities. You don't really have to use your mind to do it. You know, sometimes the time that we commute to work nowadays, we can get a university degree in just 1 year because of how much we are sitting in the car all day. So listen to something useful, something that is inspirational, and maybe like a nutritional program or maybe a exercise program. Yeah, you're not exercising, but you can prep your mind to know how to do the exercises properly. So when you do the exercises, it will become more efficient for you. And maybe listening to other people's transformational story and their inspirational story. So they're like,
wow, you know, she is just like myself and she has such an amazing journey. I want to be like her.
You get inspired by that. And then another thing that I like using is when my kids are playing in the playground, I would do my exercises, I would walk around, I would like brisk walk or even jog around the playground. Use that opportunity. Always look for something that you can pair it up together. Don't just do laundry for the sake of doing laundry. Don't just do wash the dishes for the sake of washing the dishes. It's very tedious, first of all, to do those kind of things, but pair it up with something that excites you. The second tip to help you find more time is to make exercise as convenient as possible. So I actually recently just heard a mom just say,
I wore my work outfit to go to sleep like the night before and then wake up and then I'm already in my outfit and I'm ready to go.
And I think that's kind of cool. You're prepping your body, you're ready to go, you get up, you're already in your outfit, you save yourself some time. That's really cool. So you can try that. Make that exercises, make everything as convenient as possible. Just lay the yoga mat in the living room or just have it right in front of you. Put your running shoes there already so that you know the shoes are there, you're ready to go. Make the exercises as convenient as possible for you. The third tip to help you to find more time in reaching your fitness goal is to focus on your results. So that means you should be weighing in at the minimum on a weekly basis, but you should be weighing in every 2 to 3 days so that you're seeing a trend on your chart. Like you should be recording the weight on your phone. You know, there's lots of apps for you to do that. Measuring your circumferences of, let's say, your waist, where you wanted to lose inches, maybe your arms, your thigh, your hips. And if you have diastasis recti like myself, you wanted to know your gap right? How many finger gaps and how deep does it go into the belly? And then I'm not talking to see like you should be dropping X amount of weight every day, because that's just not realistic, but you should be seeing a trend that is dropping. It should not be stagnant over a period of time. It should not be like going up and down too much. Then that means that there is something that you could do. And that's why you should be focusing on the results so you can reflect on it. And this is where you're going to help you to personal develop yourself. So it is for you to learn. It's a journey for yourself. For those of you who don't know how to measure your diastasis recti in finger gap and depth, I will make sure I link a video down below so you know how to check it yourself. The fourth tip on helping you to find more time is to not going solo in your fitness journey. A lot of time we think,
oh, if I fail, nobody knows and I'll be okay. I won't be so embarrassed.
but it's actually the wrong mindsets to begin with already. You're already in that mindset of setting yourself up for failure. Let your fitness goal, your fitness journey be the center of the conversations. Tell your husband, tell your spouse, tell your kids, tell your friends, and your mom, your dad, your sister, tell everybody that you're on your fitness journey. If they are not supportive about your goal and your fitness and they laugh about it and mock about it, okay, don't tell them. Do tell the people that are going to be supportive of you. You wanted to make this as excited as you are already feeling. So when you do that, you will not forget about, oh, let's push it off another day. I don't have time for it, because you're always constantly talking about it. Now that led me to the fifth point on helping you to find more time in fitness is public accountability. I wanted to show you this photo here. This is the photo that I posted in 2016. That was a few months after my son was born. I was never, ever this big before. I was around 147 pounds. My usual weight was around 120, 25-ish. I was kind of disgusted. I mean, I don't want to use that word, but at that time, that's how I felt. I could not look at myself in the mirror anymore. Like, I just really wanted to punch the mirror every time I walked by it. So you know what I did? I posted that photo on my Instagram. Oh, okay, fine. Like, my Instagram doesn't have too many friends. That's why I picked Instagram, not Facebook, because Facebook, I have a few hundred friends, but on Instagram, I made it public. And I think maybe I have like 50 friends on Instagram at that time. And it was like the most scariest moment I have ever felt. So I made myself so accountable to the whole world. At that time, I felt like that was the whole world. But like, I got so many positive comments from my friends, and
You can do it, Becky. You can do it. You can definitely. I have faith in you. I know you can do it. You're amazing. You are inspiring. Well, me too.
having a sense of public accountability will be very, very crucial or important for you. So try that. Post your before photo on your Facebook or Instagram, something that it's going to scare you a little bit, something that's going to give you that butterfly feeling that, oh my God, I'm so scared. Or even find a coach to keep you accountable, somebody that you really don't know, but somebody's going to really give you that little bit of pressure to scare you, to make sure you keep going so that you have that form of accountability. Now, on to the 6 points of how to find more time in your day to exercise and doing nutrition is to actually journal out every 30 minutes of your day. What I want you to do today is to set an alarm clock every 30 minutes. And every 30 minutes, you're going to write it on your phone and see what you did in the last 30 minutes. It might be you were working, so you write you worked. It could be that you were changing diapers. Maybe there will be a time where you find yourself, okay, I was just scrolling through my Facebook to see what everybody is doing. Write that. You are going to find out a pattern of things that,
Oh, I was doing that for 30 minutes? I didn't know that. Like, that was such a fake waste of time.
or maybe you're binging on something that you shouldn't be binging for a while. Like, okay, watching the news, like, why do you need to watch the news for 1.5 hours, right? Like, those are things that you might not even realize that you have been doing, but they are the things that it's going to cost you the time that you don't even need. So let's do that. This is a strategy for you so that you can see where you're spending your time right now and where you can reinvest that time into something that is more meaningful to you. Now, on to the 7 points of finding more time in the day to exercise is to exercise when your kids are awake. If you have been following me long enough, especially on my Instagram, you know that this is something I always pledge to exercise when your kids are awake, because this is the time that is usually your most precious time during the day. If you wait till they are sleeping at nighttime, you're gonna feel so tired, but it's not impossible. You can still do it. I actually do a lot of the business side of stuff when everybody's sleeping at nighttime until 2-3 a.m. in the morning. But I don't want you to think that this is a do or die and thing. And so that's why If you don't need to do the exercises at nighttime, don't do the exercise at nighttime. What if you're working out when she's napping, but she wakes up in the middle of your working out? You're gonna feel very frustrated and discouraged by it. So that will never work. So what I did and what I encourage my clients in my Tummy Warrior coaching program is to take the time that they're awake, when they're fed, do that workout at that time. They're gonna do their own thing. They might bother you, and it's okay when they bother you, and you just do your best. You're still gonna feel more energy in the daytime because you're doing it in the day. Now, if you're a working mama, are you working from home? Okay, where can you find time, right? It has to be early in the morning before everybody gets up, or it has to be at nighttime. Now, that led me to the 8 points or 8 tips in helping you to find more time is to find your magic time to exercise. And what I mean by that, the magic time is there is a time in the day you're going to feel very energetic. You're going to feel good about yourself. And that it could be first thing in the morning. I'm not a morning person, so like first thing in the morning never worked for me, but it could work for a lot of people. Or it could be at nighttime. So what I want you to do is to schedule in the important tasks. So that would include fitness, that would include maybe contributions like volunteer or church, and maybe a family time. Because think about it, when you have a doctor's appointment, when you have a meeting with somebody, you're always going to be scheduling it so that you know you're not going to miss it. So same thing when it comes to your fitness. You wanted to schedule it in your calendar so you're not going to miss it. So when you look at your calendar, wow, it's really well-rounded. I'm excited. I look forward to seeing this calendar versus it's just appointments, this baby doctor's appointment, blah, 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 right? And then schedule the things that you cannot change, like your work, your pickup and drop off time for your kid, appointments. So those are the things that you cannot change. So then you have a clear views of your entire calendar, your ecosystem. Everything is already scheduled in, and now you just have to follow the calendar. Now, here is something that's very common for newer mamas, especially if the baby's wanting the mama to sleep with her in the bedroom. And so like your schedule is like, I'm not so sure how long this is gonna take. It's gonna take longer, it's gonna take shorter, depending on the baby. It's valid. My kids were so needy. They wouldn't sleep by themselves. So like, because I was breastfeeding them, so they were really reliant on breastfeeding at nighttime. I wish that I could have sleep trained them, and I didn't. But that is something I would suggest you to try to sleep train your babies. And I know it's not easy. Your baby wants you to be in the dark room with her or him. Then put on a headphone, put on your earphone, listen to some transformational story, listen to some inspirational story, listen to some nutrition coaching or exercise coaching, so that you feel fired up, you feel inspired to do the workout right after he falls asleep, right? You can do breathing exercises, core engagement exercises in the room, and that's totally okay. Now, onto the 9th point of finding more time in your day to exercise is to say it to yourself, I'll just do 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes, that's it. Yes, you're gonna do 10 minutes.
And be like, you know what? I'm already in my fitness outfit. I already have my shoes on. Okay, you know what? I'll just do 5 minutes more.
And then the 5 minute comes.
You know what? I'm almost done. I'll just do 10 minutes more.
And then the next thing you know, you finish the whole video. To be honest, like nobody really wants to work out unless you're like a fitness person. I'm not a fitness person. I don't really love working out, But nowadays I do enjoy it. But like back in the days, I did not. But if you just tell yourself, yes, you know what? 10 minutes, I can do 10 minutes. I can do 10 minutes. Just do 10 minutes. Next thing you know, you're finishing out, or you already did 20 minutes. You're doubling your time. So that trick always works. And usually the least amount I would do is 15 minutes, and that's still amazing. So try that. Now on to the 10th point of finding more time for exercises is DEA. Just remember DEA. Okay, what are they? Delegations, eliminations, and automations. Earlier, I was telling you to set a timer every 30 minutes to see what the heck you're doing in that 30 minutes. So you're journaling it for the next 2 to 3 days. And now taking a look at that list, what can you delegate? What can you eliminate? And what can you automate? Delegation, it could be something that you can delegate to other people to do it for you. For example, meal delivery or meal service or grocery. So these are the things that you don't necessarily have to do it yourself. And don't be afraid to ask your husband. Have an open open communication with him. And what are the things that you can delegate? Maybe, okay, this is the time that I would like you to help me to take care of the baby. Can you do that? Or enlist your mom, your dad to help you. Okay, maybe having a babysitter, right? Hiring a babysitter to delegate those times so you can buy back your time. Now, the other thing is to eliminate. What are the things that is not useful for you that you can eliminate? And I think a lot of us can say like checking the emails multiple times a day. There's no need to check your emails multiple times a day. There's no need to like scrolling your social media multiple times a day. There's no need on like going randomly on looking at news and YouTube. Think about looking at your journaling after 30 minutes for the next 2 to 3 days. What are the time block that you can actually eliminate? And the last thing is automation. You don't need to do it yourself. It's especially applicable if you are a small business owner. Maybe you're a realtor, maybe you're a mortgage broker, or you have your own small business. And these are the things that like you can automate it, like graphic, like Excel sheets, like an app called Zapier. So you can zap something, pulling out data and put it onto the Google Sheets. It can be done automatically. You do not have to enter everything yourself. You can even pay somebody $5 on Fiverr or Upwork to do a graphic design for you. So think about the things that you can automate. Once you are able to figure out your DEA, you're gonna buy back so much of your time. And don't be afraid to say no to things. And there's some stuff that you just do not need to say yes to. Remember, when you're saying yes to something that doesn't matter, you're only going to be saying no to your kids because you don't have time for that. Now on to my final and last point, the 11 points. And wait, I have a bonus points after this for you. Now the 11 points of finding more time is to know your 3 non-negotiables. This is especially helpful when you're sick, when you're not feeling well, or you have an unexpected work events, or something interrupted your schedule. You remember your 3 non-negotiable. And these are the things that you need to do in order to move your fitness goal forward. The 3 fitness non-negotiable that I tell my own client is to drink their 3 liters of water on a daily basis, to go for their 20 minutes walk, and to eat their protein. Remembering your 3 non-negotiables, something that is so small, so insignificant, but that is still going to compound over time. These are the things that is going to drive the most results, even if they don't do the main exercise components per se. And if you can just do these 3 non-negotiable on a daily basis, a lot can change over time. Okay, drum roll, on to the last point, and this is a bonus point for you in this video, is to journaling and brain dump everything. Brain dumping. So like, we're always constantly a little worried and nervous about what's coming in the next week, even tomorrow, because you have a million things on your head right now. And so just journaling out the things that you need to work on right away so that you're brain dumping everything that you need to do, whether it is small, whether it is big, just brain dumping everything while listening to a meditation music. And I'll list the video here that you can listening to music while you're doing that so that you feel like, oh, you know what? Now I see it on a piece of paper. It's in front of me now. It feels a lot more real. Yes, there's so many things, but you know what? I'm gonna mark it one at a time. I'm gonna work on the things that are easiest first. So always prioritize that. Little things. Maybe I need to go to the post office to mail a card. As soon as you see the list kind of like crossing, you're gonna feel a lot of accomplishment doing that. I don't think you need to do it on a daily basis, not for journaling, brain dumping, but I do recommend you journaling, doing affirmations and gratitude, even if it's just 2-3 minutes a day on a daily basis. And that is very, very, very helpful for you. And I will do a video about that. If you do want to see that, just let me know. So there you have it, the 11 tips plus 1 bonus tip for you to help you to find more time in the day to work out, to achieve your fitness and wellness goal. But most importantly, just have fun with it. Have fun in your fitness journey. Life is too short not to have fun. Involve people around you and have fun and go out and social and like enjoy it. The things that you do might seem insignificant right now, but the insignificancy will add up over time. And you're gonna be so grateful when you look back. Wow, I did it. I really did it. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you do find it helpful, wanted to learn more from me, subscribe, and I wanted to talk to you more next time. Bye.